Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your queen, divine mother, goddess Yamaya, your intuitive guide, and I am coming to you all with a new reading for my sun, moon, and rising signs in Sagittarius. Thank you so much for coming back, and please, I want to let you know that I appreciate you. For all of my new subscribers, welcome to my soul family. It is a pleasure to have you a part of my family, and I am going to be starting this reading. It says all must have prizes, trying to please everyone. So Sagittarius, you could be trying to please a lot of people right now, and you're not paying attention to your wants and needs because you're too busy not trying to disappoint anyone or make them feel, like they're beneath you. Such a curious dream. So you could be grounded, really grounded at this time, as well as, curious about this new thing that you've begun. I got a chills just saying this. So this is definitely your reading for Sagittarius. So yeah, you could be making people feel really uncomfortable with this new idea or this new way of thinking that you have. Someone is wondering, who in the world are you? As well as believing that you changed in the night. So you've definitely grown into a new person where people are seeing you as someone very mysterious because they could have not known that you could be the way that you are. They could feel like this way that you are is a way that they have never known you to be, and so they could be perceiving you as someone who was wearing a false mask, someone who was faking who you were, but the whole time it's always been who you were. They just never was, paying attention to you in that way. You could have had some other things that you were good at that you only showed this person that part of it, but never really showed them who you authentically was. A moment's regret. So someone could be feeling like they made a mistake by not paying attention to you, not paying attention to the person that you always have been. They could have overlooked you just because they saw something else in you that they felt like they could profit off of, or that would benefit them, and or they just had this one specific thing or few specific things, and you could like have 100 or million things that is a part of who you are and makes up your character, but they never really wanted to know that. It's like once you started to show other bits and parts and pieces of you, they could have been like, no, you're better at it doing it this way, or you're better off doing this. Don't do that. You're just ruining who you are. But I'm getting that it says wake up. I'm getting that you recognize that you needed to change and you stepped into something else, and you've done that because you've known for a while that this is your time to do it. And so now this is your moment to let this person know that I'm going to do whatever it is that you're doing. I'm going to do it just because this is my opportunity. I'm being presented it, and so I'm going to take it. I'm not going to allow you to hold me back. I'm not going to allow anyone to hold me back, for that matter. I'm not going to allow myself to hold me back. I have this urge within my soul that I need to step out of the box and do this thing that I am trying to do or presenting to you all. And whether you appreciate it or you accept it or not, this is who I am, and this is who I will be for the rest of my life. This thing that you're doing, it is a life calling for you. So it's like you can't step back. Otherwise, you'll be in regret, a moment's regret. You'll be stuck, thinking and reflecting on when you get older, your past, and how you had this opportunity, this moment right now, to make that change and do something different. But you were too afraid to do it because you were too afraid of these people who are feeling like who are you to do such a thing when they themselves, if they're your parents, they themselves never did something like this. So it's like, are you really my child? Who are you? And it says becoming braver. But especially I'm getting that if this is your family, you are definitely brave. And you could have had a hard time standing up for yourself, standing up against these people, because they could be really strong-minded people. but it really, you know, outspoken. But you have, you know, just that they've taught you these characteristics, you yourself have became brave, and now you're speaking up for yourself, and you letting these people know to stay in their place, to stay in their lane, you know, and you're standing your ground for yourself. You're not allowing people to intimidate you, tell you what to do, how you're going to do it, you know, when you're going to do it. You're doing and moving on accordance by yourself and for yourself without being judged or feeling like people will be jealous of you. You don't care anymore if they will or if they won't. You wish people the best of luck, but you're moving how you need to in order for you to not live in regret or die in regret. It said manage to be glad. So you're creating your own happiness. It says create your own happiness regardless of conditions. So that's basically saying what I was just saying. You're not afraid of what other people are going to think of you anymore. You've created this new idea and sense of self where it's like no one is you're not going to allow yourself to back down, or no one's going to allow you to feel like what you're doing is wrong or who you are as a new person or this new profound person. And I say profound because it's like whatever you're doing, it's like what you're doing is so big that it has to make people question, who are you and what are you doing? They could feel like, you know, you blew up or you changed who you were in a moment's notice, and they wasn't expecting it because they always expected you to be the way you were. They always expected to know who you were. They always I'm feeling pulled to draw one more. They always expected you to be the way you were and come the way you were, and you know, to be in the shadows, but you're not living that way anymore, or you're not doing what you used to do anymore. You're stepping out and doing something else. And it says no need to fear. So like I was getting the brave card, it says remember how powerful you are. So you have to remember how powerful you are. You're a really powerful person, and you could have allowed yourself to not make these people feel uncomfortable because you yourself know how powerful you are. You never wanted to make people feel like they was less than you just because you could have been gifted or had better, you know, talents than other people, to where they could have felt like, you know, we got to make her or him feel this way, like they're, you know, like they need us just so that, you know, they won't feel like they need to go up against us. But you never felt like that. You never wanted to go up against anyone. If anything, you always wanted to go up against the person you were in the past. Never worried about anyone else. You never considered anyone else in your lane. You were always just concerned with the lane you were in and making sure that you steered the steering wheel to where you don't crash. But people could have always been in competition with you, could have always been worried about you and what you had going, you know, who was around you, who was blessing you, what kind of friends you had. They could have differed from the kind of friends they have, and you know, they could have been jealous of that within itself. You know, a lot of people could be taken to you and take themselves to you for advice, or as well as just to hang out. Whereas they don't do this with your family. Your family could just be close knitted and not really be close to outsiders like that. But that is because they're closed off. Whereas you're really open minded, and you could have like many different races of friends and things like that. Whereas these people don't, and they could, you know, live life a certain way where it's like by the book of what their belief systems are, whereas you go against norms and things like that. You're not content to be a certain way. You're, like I said, open-minded. You're willing to fight for what is yours. You're willing to fight for what you believe in and things like that. And you could have allowed these people, because they were family, friends, you know, or lover, to, you know, dim your light or make you feel like you don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. And in that way, it had you living in regret, to where you're like, I gotta get out of this and I need to, you know, do something different. And you are doing that. You've done that. You not just doing that, you've done that, which is why people are wondering now, who are you? Because they could not understand who you are or how you could become this way, because they could feel like you've changed in the night, right in the blink of an eye. But really, this thing of what you're doing and who you're presenting to people now has always been a part of who you were. They just didn't recognize it. That's their bad, right? So keep standing in your power, as they are saying. You have nothing to fear. I know you may have uncertainty, but There's nothing to be uncertain about. You know what you're going to do. You're more so just concerned with how these people are going to look at you. But don't worry about how people are going to look at you. Stand up for yourself and do what makes you happy and what you believe to be what's best for you, okay? Other than that, that is all that I have for you, Sagittarius. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. And please do come back and visit me. I will be seeing you all soon. Happy Sunday. And welcome to Monday if you're in a new, you know, I want to say new world. You're living in a new world for sure. You're standing in your power. But if you're living in a different country, okay? But I'll see you all soon. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you later today. I will have some more bonus readings for the elements, so be on the lookout for that. I know some of you love when I do my Kipper reading, so please do come back for that. I'll see you soon. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye.